takes a mistake from Sampras. But the wild card entry is up now, a break in the second set.
If I was coaching Pete Sampras, the great thing about him is that he can win the match two different ways. He can stay on the baseline and win, and he can serve you and volley you off the court. And right now, his ground strokes are not as effective as they normally are. Why not get into net a lot more? Pressure Todd Martin. Tim Gullickson
making the notes that we alluded to earlier. And right now, Todd Martin all over Pete Sampras, taking the fight to him.
And Todd, recognizing that Pete Sampras is not hitting his ground strokes that well, gets into the net and pressures Pete into making a good passing shot.
That serve registering 114 miles an hour on the IBM speed gun. 30 love.
Pete not driving through the last couple of backhands, pulling up on him. Normally he keeps his head down and drives straight through it.
Sampras 5-2 in the second set.
Marshall leads 5 games to 6.
Welcome back to National Tennis Center. Pete Sampras and Todd Martin. And now Sampras serving to stay in the second set. They've been playing an hour and 20 minutes.
Love 15.
And just in the last two games, Pete Sampras has made a handful of unforced errors off the ground. That's a great tactic. Take the second serve, bang it. Put pressure on your opponent to pass. And Todd Martin has that weapon, the two-hander. He does that so well.
Oh, that was pretty.
15-30.
And this is what Pete does best. The 1-2 punch, the big serve. And great footwork coming in and turns his shoulders and punches through the backhand vine. We haven't seen him do that much of that.
In fact, both players playing a number of points from the baseline. Cyclops goes off.
Todd Martin's taking a page out of Pete Sampras' book. He's taking the short balls, coming in, pressuring Pete. Whereas normally that's what Sampras does.
And that's where Todd Martin has had his success, when he's come to the net and forced the points. 30 all. Oh, well done.
.30-40.
Pete Sampras tried to volley behind Todd Martin, but with that early preparation, he just uses his wrist, gets below the ball, and just comes right up, brushes in, and gets that little extra top for a winner.
Set point now for Todd Martin. Trying to even things at 1 set apiece.
Second set.
And for the first time at the 1992 U.S. Open, Pete Sampras has dropped the set.
6 games to 2. 1 set all.
Tom Gullickson, he's got to be pretty happy with the way Todd Martin's playing right now.
Third set.
Probably what pleases him most is the fact that Todd Martin has been very patient. Hasn't really tried to force the issue. 1 set apiece. Todd Martin with just 2 unforced errors in an almost flawless second set.
That's the type of point, and Pete's going to stay on the baseline. He's got to try to rush Todd Martin. At 6 feet 6 inches tall, Todd just doesn't move around the court that well, and you want to try to get a guy like that out of his groove. Pete Sampras is just playing the ball back into play. Todd Martin is dictating where he wants the balls to go.
Under 105 miles an hour. The IBM speed gun. 6th ace.
That was a jerky looking backhand from Pete Sampras, not the smooth stroke that I'm used to seeing.
Todd Martin holds his serve to start the 3rd set. You're watching the U.S. Open on USA, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back, National Tennis Center. That's the story. Pete Sampras and Todd Martin here in their 3rd round match. We are all even at 1 set apiece. And let's send you down now to Cindy Schmerler. Cindy?
Thanks, Bill. I'm here with Dale and Lynn Martin, Todd's parents. And Mr. and Mrs. Martin, the Samprases can't go to watch a match that their son played because they're too nervous. You don't seem to be facing any of that tonight.
It's a lot of fun to watch them play.
It's exciting.
Well, did you ever think, as you were raising, I can't even say that young son because he's 6 feet 6 inches tall, but did you think that you'd be out here sitting at center court at the U.S. Open watching him play Pete Sampras?
Yes, at some point, I guess we finally